very actual questions, because if we want to raise another image about how to economically grow at the local level in such peripheral areas, we have to change our mentality and to interconnect more than what is named traditional social impact. Because we are talking now about a complex impact. We are talking about externalities, not only economically, but non-economically. Non-economically means not only social inclusion of inhabitants, but also social participation, and what is it more important, societal cooperation, which means community planning and private-public partnership at local level. So, from this respect, the social means a wider aspect and a wider area than the normally one is considered and measures through the statistical indicators. So, starting with this, let's say that we have to learn how to deal with social aspects in a wider conception, and this means from the beginning to see how a business could be developed in such peripheral area. Which heritage to select, how to evaluate, how to use this value for the practical reason or for consumption. For consumption for different category of population. For the people who are already living in the area, because they have to know and be aware about their own history and about their own connectivity to the international world, to the general development of the society, to the personal and social well-being, and also how to develop such a business for the consumer, foreigner coming to see something, to discover new places, to join together with the locals, and to contribute to this cultural heritage through their own motion. So it's a very complex aspect. And starting designing this business, we have to take into consideration a few aspects. First of all, to try to combine traditional economic development through industries, specialized industries, to develop social economy. Social economy means a lot in our days, because normally peripheral areas are also combined with some vulnerable groups from different point of view. Started with access to some modern facilities, or updated for information, or another model of communication, or opening to the big business area, or vicinity with very important cities or territory. Important from different aspects, from economically, from socially, from politically, or just cultural purpose. So, in this respect, we should start to think to develop social economy. This means inclusive, this means competition, but also cooperation and partnership. Secondly, we have to design and help through business development a community planning strategy. Without this, it's not possible to consider that developing this area could happen tomorrow with any other innovative approach. So, in this respect, we have to go further on and to think what means for the local stakeholders this community planning partnership. It's very important to be aware about actual implication and sustainability. But gaining this sustainability, we need to have to deal with resilience, which is another very important aspect and is not so well known by the inhabitants and by the local authorities. And also we have to point out very accurate and in a logical design the role of each stakeholder. Without this, it's not possible. If we are consider all these aspects, we will have a good and positive social externalities. But this social means, again, not only traditional inclusion, but also means well-being. It also means cultural enrichment for the locals and for the global area of heritage, and also means the future view for human development. So enrich human capital. Without human capital, it's not possible to have a positive result in social inclusion, and it's not useful to think that we will have local development based on heritage without taking into consideration the important role of the social aspects. Yes, it's like one piece, very important piece, but not only one piece in a puzzle. And this puzzle became more complex. And we have to fit all these pieces of the puzzle, but in an innovative way, because otherwise the youth will not attend to such idea, will not participate. And finally, we will increase the number of needs instead of decreasing and involving them through active participation for creation, for cooperation, and for active participation in situ together with consumers, being consumer or simply being entrepreneur in this tiny but very important domain of interconnectivities between science. It's not possible culture just thinking to one aspect. Culture not means tourism, culture not means only economics, culture not means only social inclusion. Culture means more and more, and in more complex way.